dig that. I'd dig the haircut.
Is he even faster now because of the haircut?
Oh, maybe that's just, aerodynamics,
Isn't it?
Lenny.
Yeah.
You must be very fast.
No, it doesn't work for me because I don't have those muscles that he's got. Yeah, not quite the Takludai ick as me, but maybe Takludai Dui, which is Takludai 1 and Takludai 2. I don't think he'd like the Takludai nickname. He likes the tiger nickname.
The tiger, I love that.
Yeah, it's good.
But he's not a crouching tiger, he's a flying tiger.
Flies. A friend of mine, Mikhail Vaswani, was called him Dependable Singairi.
Oh, I like that.
Which is good.
I like that.
He's the kind of player that inspires nicknames, isn't he? He's fantastic to watch. You always go on about it.
Oh.
Driven through the covers. Oh, misfield. Now, that wasn't necessarily a great effort. It's going to race away right to the right of our commentary tent, into our production tent for 4. I think Cammy probably should have got there, shouldn't he?
Yeah, just the dive not quite timed. But it was a lovely drive from Michael Lees. You can maybe Misfield getting the 4 might just settle him in, make him realise he's on turf and he's scored many runs here in the past for fourths.
Many of his dismissals over the last month have been as a consequence of overhit. He didn't try to overhit, that just lent on.
Again, just pressing forward. The music started up again. It really is a wonderful atmosphere out here. There's a little corner of the ground when I went over as well, where they've got the All-Stars cricket, a couple of nets over there.
This time we'll just be assembling a lovely atmosphere, isn't there? Really, where else would you want to be on a Sunday?
I've loved it, just seeing the kids over there getting some coaching. I wanted to hop in and join in myself.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? The Cricket All-Stars, and Craig Wallace was talking about that. Lots of young women across Scotland choosing to choose cricket as the promotion has encouraged them to do so. He says they're getting great young athletes coming into the game, inspired by Catherine Bryce and Catherine Fraser and Tatha Maksud, Reenaz Chatterjee et al. 34 bowled, Irie hairs through another over. Probably should have been 3 off it, instead there were 6. It's a 34 over marker we've hit. It's 171 for 5. Just want to talk to you about the bowling figures. Maybe the surprise and the difficulty for Robert Powdell has been Sandeep Lamachani's lack of rhythm.
Yeah, he's gone for a few today. I guess that first ball, remember, it just sat up and Richie Barrington absolutely hammered it for 6 over the fence. And that just enough to put him off his stride a little bit today, but he'll always be in the game.
He does try to overhit this time, but gets enough of it. Takes on the mid-off fielder who's up in the circle, and Bill Sharkey says, I've got to go back, I cannot be up. For Michael Lees, kidding with the spin, not out of the middle, but very effective. 4 more to start Raj Banshee's final over.
A bit more of Michael Lees. We know, and all love as well, that quite all of that one. He's so strong in the V. It's just his sweet spot. He's going to be playing down the ground for many of his shots.
Okay, Michael Lees, we all know, is the highest strike rate in Scottish history, and ODI history score is 110, which in ODI cricket is right up there in the sort of top 15 or 20 in the history of the game. Who's second on that list? Who's the second fastest scorer for Scotland in their ODI history? Quiz time with Mel Farrell.
I hate quiz time. Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to say Safi and Sharif after yesterday, but George Munsey obviously should be up there in the top 5, isn't he?
Sharif's career strike rate 75, 15th in the list.
Okay. Well, George Munsey.
Good answer, George Munsey.
Or maybe someone like a
He's in 4th.
Kyle Kurtzer.
No, Kurtzer just not, well, 82 for him, not bad, he's in 6th.
Callum McLeod.
No. Come on now.
Clan McLeod.
He's 7th.
Well, at least they're saying a few in the top.
So Brandon McMullen's in 3rd.
Oh, Brandon McMullen, yep, he's up there. So is it Richard Barrington?
Nope.
I wouldn't have thought it would be. Okay.
I had a big clue for you, but completely avoided.
Oh,
Craig Wallace.
Craig Wallace.
Struck at 90 in his career.
Wow.
Actually, I knew that last night. I didn't know he was coming to join us today. I told him before he came out there. I said I was badgering the numbers last night. And yeah, he's the second highest. He always scored very fluently, and he swept. And he actually told me he's not officially retired yet, even though he's a full-time Scotland Women's head coach.
He's only 34.
Incredible. Great to see a young coach being given such responsibility, and seems to be doing a great job too, as a hand from Powell is enough to cut off the single. That's going to be the end of Rajbanshi's spell. Really good effort from him. He's so dependable, isn't he? Lalit Rajbanshi, 10 overs, 1 for 41. If you're thinking of kind of an expected return from him in terms of his one-day international cricket offering, that's kind of what he almost always does. Really effective.
And we were surprised not to see him in the 11 for the first game of this round of Cricket World Cup League 2 matches against Scotland. It was an omission that raised some eyebrows in the commentary tent. It's certainly shown why we were surprised not to see him with his showing since.
Yeah, the thing I loved as well, Mel, it's pretty simple. Bring him on the 16th over, bowl him 10 straight, and you know what you're going to get. And it gives you a lovely consistency through the middle overs. We spoke about the fact that George Munsey had been dismissed, so that he's only going to bowl to right-handers, which is what he'll much prefer to bowl to. Mark Watt not in the crease yet, he's in next. So why take him off? Why complicate things? Really good captaincy from Rohit Powell. Okay, it's easy to say it when it goes well, but just, there's a template there. He's not going to open the bowling in these conditions. He does a lot in Asia when they go with spin and seam to open things up. So 10 on the bounce, fantastic effort. 1 for 41. Big comeback spell this day for Sandeep Lamachani. He's bowling to the man who's been his nemesis today, Richard Barrington, has torn him asunder. And I think we're going to see action one way or the other here, wickets or runs.
It's brewing. It's brewing. Barrington, he is such a good player of spin. He's seen a lot of Lamachani over the past several years.
The same comment applies to when Michael Leask is on strike.
Yeah, that's
you're just sensing action here, aren't you? 4 fielders in the deep, long off and long on out, and then the 2 men square, one at deep backward square on the leg side, and then a deep cover on the off. They still have that big vacant area. It's about probably 80 metres. In between deep backward square and long on. So get it up over the head of mid-wicket, you'll get 4 or 6. Mix up, run out, chance, direct hit, would have been out. Leask tried saying no, and with the way Nepal have fielded, you felt as though that was going to be the 6th wicket. You probably 2.5 stumps to aim at. Just trying to see who it is, it's so bright. Might be Gulshan Jah, is it, round the corner? I think he's tended to be. It is Gulshan Jah. Did all the hard work, just couldn't affect the direct hit.
Well, I suppose you can't say no to your captain, but he tried to.
I think if they went immediately, there was a single there. The problem was the hesitation.
Yes, and you could see just that he was gone for all money.
There's you haven't been able to see it there, been on the replay. The reaction from Michael Leask at the non-striker's end.
His head went back.
Down the leg side. Is there any contact on this? Wait for the signal. Giving us runs, maybe a bit of glove or something like that. He was pacing around. He almost looked to the heavens. Big puff of the cheeks, and probably the way his 6 weeks have been going, he's surprised he's not been run out.
Well, I think we said he wears his heart on his sleeve. He'd be a terrible poker player, Michael Leask, put it that way.
Good comeback over from Sandeep Lamachani. It's going to get us to the second drinks break as they finally affect the dot ball. 3 singles come from it. We'll have a break here too in the commentary box. Enthralling viewing again in Cricket World.